Hello everyone, this is Tim Michael with TimMichaelArts.com and our Draw Too Much sketch lessons where we teach all sorts of different tutorials. Today I'm going to be showing you a drawing that I actually did on my Toshiba Thrive, which is like a iPad 2 basically, but it's another kind that uses Android. I drew this out, I sketched it out on my Toshiba, transferred it over from Autodesk Sketchbook Mobile to my Photoshop as a PSD file, and as you can see now I'm inking it. Now you're actually going to see me ink this twice, and there's a very important reason why I'm showing you that I'm doing it twice. Right now I am inking this in a resolution of 12, I think it's like 1280 by 720 or 800 I think. And the problem is it might look really good, but at a certain point I will resize this whole image to 3000 pixels by 3000 pixels, and you will see, well, you probably won't see very clearly, but there's a big problem. When you resize an image, right here for instance, the lines become distorted, which means, okay, now I need to re-ink in the high resolution. So as you can see, I'm having to start all over again. Now, the reason why I kept this in here was to let you guys know, make sure that before you do any inking, you resize to a high resolution first. I know some artists that resize to 7000 by 7000 pixels, and one of these days I'll give it a shot. The only situation is you need to have a very, very, very powerful computer to do that. As you can see, I've already inked the outside with a very heavy stroke, and now I'm going in with the small details with a much smaller brush. Reason why I want to do that is I really want to pull that comic look out, and it's really nice to define the image and separate it from the background by hardening up on the external areas of the drawing. So whenever you do a drawing, if you really want it to stand out, put a really nice hard thick stroke on the outsides of the image, and then on the insides you can put in the small details with a nice small brush. This whole idea right now is on perspective. The idea is that my robot, if you've never seen Gizmo before, this is Gizmo, and he will be in a lot of my Draw Too Much sketch lessons, but Gizmo has been drawing too much and his arm broke off. And basically that's just going to be explaining to other artists that you don't want to draw so much that you wear yourself out. You need to have fun doing what you do. Alright, now going in with the color, we're going to go ahead and do a flat tone on everything because I'm going to apply masks to everything. So starting off with the blue tone, as you can see I have something there called Gizmo tones. Those are tones that I've pre-created and saved on another file, and I just keep that file open on here, so all I have to do is use my eyedropper tool to pull from those. You'll see that all the drawings of Gizmo on my DeviantArt page all look exactly alike. Make sure you check me out on DeviantArt. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the grays, and doing a nice light gray. Wanted to go ahead and make these look a little bit more like my other drawings of Gizmo. There we go. And Gizmo has a lot of personality in him, though he has no facial features or anything like that. And you'll see that when I shade his eyes with a little bit of a white spot, you'll see that they kind of look like they're looking a certain direction. It's pretty cool how he turns out in the end. Alright, I'm almost done putting in all of the flat colors, and pretty soon we're going to start making him look metallic. I just applied all of the masks. You can check out my videos on masking and all that sort of stuff, and I'll do some more on my website at TimMichaelArts.com. Make sure you check out the tutorials on there. And you can see what I'm doing is I'm starting out with just trying to show shape in the objects. I really haven't done anything showing where the lighting's coming from yet or anything. I just want to show rounded objects as if lighting was natural. Now I'm doing some more shading. Now I'm starting to try and show depth and such. But first, the one thing that I wanted to cover first was to show the roundness of this metal. And you can see that I'm really using some vibrant tones so it really sticks out. And then doing the same with the arms and the metal connectors. And then in a second here, yeah, you can see that. And I'm using a hard brush. I'm not using an airbrush yet. I will be using an airbrush soon. But for right now, it's all hard brush. I like that, that hard tone. Here I just put in a gradient and then simply change the gradient with the attributes. There go the eyes. And you can see that nice little white glow that kind of shows them looking in a certain direction. Now for spot, like a halogen lamp from somewhere, you'll see me apply that little square in several different places and try and put some whites just along the body just to give reflections and try and show a little bit more metallic. And really, this is what really pulls the metals out, by applying these white hard shadows. So don't be afraid to use hard highlights. Don't be afraid to use them, because as soon as I zoom out, as soon as this thing slows down and we stop getting dizzy, you'll be able to see that it looks very metallic, and it's kind of a nice realistic metallic. Alright, now go ahead and shade the computer. The whole idea of Gizmo is he is a drawing robot, and so now I need to cast the shadows from the computer. The computer's a see-through computer with like a red light inside the computer, so it looks really cool, kind of like a gamer computer. So I want to make sure to cast reflections from the light inside the computer on his body, so you can see that I did that pretty quickly. And now I'm applying the shadows on the ground for where his body is, simply making a couple ovals and then simply putting a Gaussian blur on them and removing a little bit of lighting. And I'm just cleaning up some of my lines and such, making sure that everything's nice and cleaned up. Here we go. Now another favorite part of mine is putting on these sparks and things. I pulled up a picture of some sparks off of my computer, and so I was basically shading from a template. Shading from a picture, and then I thought, you know what, it would look really cool as well, after I got done with this, to go ahead and apply some lightning as well. So if you ever want to learn more about lightning, let me know in the chat box, in the comments below. Let me know what you want to learn, and I'll make some tutorials for you on those things. Put some purple on this to make it stand out, and apply some extra white on the certain parts of this to really make that lightning pop. And there you go. That is Gizmo, or Broken Gizmo in this case. And thank you very much for watching this tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please keep an eye at timmichaelarts.com, where you will see many, many more tutorials that you can take a look at, as well as how to learn to work in Photoshop, and very soon how to learn how to draw in Autodesk Sketchbook Pro, and lots more coming up. So thank you very much for joining me. God bless you guys, and I'll see you at the next tutorial.